We got chest and triceps on the menu. It's not a very big day, but what we're going to do is going to be very, very effective. During this workout, we're going to be starting off by showing you a before picture. We're then going to be doing an after picture to see how effectively this workout has changed my physique. We're also going to be sharing different ways to help you target these areas that much better, giving you different cues and different commands to help you better target those muscles. Please like and subscribe before we begin, and let's get started. All right, let's get to it. We're going to first start off with our before pictures, see what it looks like before a pump. Then we're going to see how effective our workout was with a post-workout pose. Let's get right to it. Now, for all of you that have shoulder issues while bench pressing, we are going to fix that by doing a warm-up. Now, you could do external rotations, you could be doing W raises. For today, we're going to be doing a W raise with a band. We're aiming for 15 to 20 reps with a 2 to 3 second hold at the top of each rep. The whole focus is to squeeze and target those lower traps, which will in turn help you work on the entire kinetic chain of the upper back. We're talking the lower traps, the infraspinatus, the teres muscles, and the rear delts, which is a huge help whenever you're trying to stabilize during your bench pressing. Now, you could also use W pull-aparts as a warm-up before your bench pressing. And keep in mind that if you still experience shoulder pain, then you didn't do the warm-up effectively enough. So get right back to the W pulls, shorten up the band to add more resistance, pull apart, and squeeze that entire upper back as hard as you can at the top of every rep for 3 full seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Not 1, 2, 3. All right, let's get to it. If you have a hard time targeting your chest, then make sure to do a warm-up to pre-activate the pecs. The best way to do that is to activate it with lighter weights and a deep stretch. And you don't even need to use a lot of weight. You can just use the bar as long as you feel it. For your warm-up, you can simply use a full range motion with lighter weight, or you could try doing pulses where you're activating the pecs in the most stretched position and only going up to the halfway point. Remember to go light and don't wear yourself out. Use as many reps as you need to. Between 10 and 15 reps is just fine. Remember, we're not training till failure. It's just a warm-up. Another thing that you could do to reinforce your bench form is to activate the lats. Most people don't do this. They just lie down, get in position, and lift however their body will lift naturally. But if you have shoulder pain or muscle imbalances, this is going to cause some major issues in the future. So once you're in position, try to squeeze those lats as hard as you can at the bottom. You can also practice this while doing push-ups with a band underneath your armpits to activate or pre-activate those lats. Or you can practice by literally putting a towel underneath your armpit and squeezing for dear life. Take your time, get tight and in position before you bench press. And of course, don't forget to record your progress. Don't forget to always check what you did the previous week. The goal is to do better than last week. Whether you're doing more reps, controlling the tempo better, or whenever you're ready for it, increasing that weight. You don't just have to focus on lifting heavier. Technique is also an important factor. Remember, it's all about targeting that muscle and feeling the pump maximally. If you're lifting too heavy, other muscles will start taking over, like your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps, and it'll be that much harder to target the pecs. Now on to incline dumbbell presses. Let's go. Shoulders back and down before you press. If you ever feel muscle imbalances or feel the pump more on one side than the other, you might want to think about recording your set to see where the imbalance is actually coming from. But beyond that, a few things that's going to help you through is number one, making sure the weight is evenly distributed across the entire palm. Even having a slightly loose grip will trigger you to balance out that weight so it doesn't fall out of your hand. Hold the dumbbells at a 45-degree angle and remember to keep the wrist stacked over the elbow. Otherwise, you may end up bringing your elbow back and strain your neck instead of stretching the pec. Whew, that was intense. And of course, don't forget to track. And of course, don't forget to rest between sets. Not too long though, we're not sleeping. Just rest as long as you need. You want to get the most out of every single set. So if you run out of strength on the concentric, then focus on actively resisting the weight with the very slow eccentric on the final rep. Control, control, control. That's the name of the game. And finally, let's finish off chest with a killer AMRAP set of push-ups. As many reps as possible. Remember to load all four corners of the palm, shoulders back, and chest out, especially on the eccentric. Finally, we're gonna finish off this workout using a combination of tricep dips and overhead extensions. Now, if you're not as experienced, I would definitely separate these two, doing body weight dips on its own for a few sets, then following it up with extensions. All right, let's get to it. Hands on your sides, rotate the shoulders and elbows back, load the weight onto the palms, take a step forward just until your butt slides off the bench and you have space to dip all the way down. And remember, don't flare your elbows out on the way down. Keep your elbows in. All right, let's go. Now remember, your triceps are going to be working really hard whenever you're doing any pressing movements. So consider that whenever you add triceps to your chest day. You may not be able to do as much, so stick with 2 to 3 sets and 1 or 2 exercises for triceps. Remember to keep the wrists and the forearms completely straight. Don't use the wrists, otherwise you're going to wear down your forearms and take away tension from the triceps. So treat your wrist and your forearm as one unit when you're using these extensions. That is a wrap. That is a wrap for our chest and tricep workout. Let's take a look at the after pictures and compare how we did from the beginning to the end. Remember, it's all about chasing the pump, not the reps, honoring your form, and progressing every single week using progressive overload. Doing more reps, controlling the weight better, or increasing weight whenever you can. If you got a lot of value out of this, please like and subscribe. And until next time, stay legendary.